Mustn't touch things.
How very odd. So white. Not at all a flattering shade for Amy.
Here to have a look, sir.
Heroin.
Dreadful business, these drugs. Still, I expect it's just routine for you, isn't it, sir? You've been an American.
Love your squad car. I wonder, what's the probability of 5 people dying suddenly in a town of this size? 6 counting Amy.
And I wonder what all this has to do with your study on witchcraft. I want a straight answer, Luke. Why did you really come here?
Heel! Heel! Heel, Nero! Heel! Heel, Nero!
You must be joking. I mean, who would want to murder all those people?
I don't know, but Miss Fullerton did, and that is why she's dead. She said the guy was crazy.
Perhaps it was one of your warlocks at work.
All right. How was I to know that warlocks were male witches? Let's hope that Miss Wainfleet is not as sharp as you are.
She's sharp enough to be suspicious about Amy, anyway. So what are we saying? That some man doped Amy and then planted the compact to make it appear as if she overdosed?
But how did he get into the room? The door was locked from the inside.
Well, any fairly strong man could have got in through that window just as you did.
Wait. Amy knows the guy. She brings him home. He kills her. He leaves the compact, and then he goes out the window.
Better.
But why the compact? Why not a syringe?
Careful. We already lost Harry Carter off this bridge. Unless he was pushed. Oh, this whole thing is so bizarre. I mean, I've lived all my life here. If there really is a killer, and he really is mad, then I should have some idea.
Bridget, there is a killer. And if we don't do something, he's going to go right on killing. What?
Of course.
What?
Come on, Luke.
What?
Come on.
Witchcraft? No, I have a few amulets and such for the tourists, of course.
Interesting, Mr. Ellsworthy.
Yes, I've just got in a few oriental things. Perhaps you'd be good enough to tell his lordship, Miss Conway.
I shall. What is that?
It's a bong, used for smoking hash.
You may be the only soul in Witchwood who would know that. As this one's quite old. It's possibly 19th century.
Must have been the sort of affair that Coleridge would have used.
No, Coleridge used opium. Very different sort of thing to hashish. Xanadu, you know? Divine madman, Coleridge, thanks to opium. Sanity's such a bore, don't you think? I mean, it takes a touch of madness to see life through a new and entrancing angle. At least so one imagines. I know very little about the artistic temperament.
Oh, you're too modest, Mr. Ellsworthy. Those sketches you did of Amy Gibbs were really very good.
Yes, well, Amy would make a very pretty subject for anyone.
You think so? I've always found her rather common. Certainly not the sort to whom a man would want to lose his heart. Well, she'd be sure to break it, wouldn't she?
Yes, I suppose that's so.
Bridget, what a thing to say about poor Amy. After all, she's dead.
Dead?
He was in love with Amy, and he knows enough about dope to kill someone with it. And he's not very well liked. And that's all I know about Ellsworthy, except that he's generally pretty weird.
Oh, that's brilliant, Professor Williams. They're all pretty weird, except Bridget.
Okay, now let's look at the victim for a minute. Amy. She was young and pretty. She was a man chaser. She was unreliable. Bridget said she worked here until Easterfield got in a hassle with her.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What about Easterfield? He also had a hassle with Dr. Humbleby? And Tommy? No, it's just too improbable. Oh, come on, think. Gotta do better than this. People are getting killed.
Miss Wayne, please.
That's all right. You're much stronger than you look. Please, Miss Whitley, please sit down. Don't cry.
Oh, no, I shan't. I've seen it so often in my mind, you know. Tommy going over. And with Amy and everything. Oh, dear.
It's all right.
Well, you've come about your research, of course. And I do have some things for you.
Miss Winfleet, we have to talk.
Poor Lavinia. Did she say who the killer is?
No, she didn't. But I think you have some idea. Miss Winfleet, the day Miss Fullerton was killed, do you remember anything at all about that day? Anything unusual?
No. Well, let me think. Lavinia came by with Wonky Pooh, asked me to watch him. And of course I agreed, as I was just by the fire all that day anyway. I was coming down with this cold, you know. And Amy was in bed with her cold. Oh, yes. Dr. Humbleby came by to look in on her in the late afternoon.
Dr. Humbleby, not Dr. Thomas.
No, Dr. Thomas was away that day, at the Derby, I believe. They sometimes treated one another as patients. And Clarence, Dr. Humbleby, you know, he said, I might as well have a look at that ear of Wonky Pooh's as well. That was like him. Such a nice man. Oh, dear. That must have been the last time I ever saw him alive.
Well, should you decide to tell me who you suspect?
Yes, I'll think on it. And thank you for coming to me. It's a relief to know it isn't just me, that I'm not crazy or growing senile quite yet.
Senile? No, I wouldn't worry about that for decades, Jen.
Yes, it's I. Quite plain, even then. But youth is